Xin Chao, what's up everybody? In this video we're going to talk about China is officially able to come back into Vietnam as of March 15th. So they'll be able to come back in on booked tours. They're not letting you go if you're in China to go to any of the Southeast countries without a booked tour because they want to keep track of where you're at. I guess they're going to try to attempt some kind of contact tracing of their own when you're in another country. How that works, I don't really know. But in this video, we're going to talk about that they are finally going to let the Chinese tourists in to Vietnam through the, like I said, tour group package deal. Why this is a big deal, you're asking? Why would I even make a video about it? Well, let me tell you, because China is the #1 foreign tourists that come to Vietnam. They're the people that spend quite a bit of money. They're the ones that really push a lot of the foreign tourism along here. I know you wouldn't believe that. Of course, if you watch my videos, you know that we've talked about it. These videos aren't necessarily made for you guys. They're made for people that are new to the channel and that are just curious about the topic we're talking about, which is China being finally able to come back in. Yes, as I said, as of March 15th, we're going to see China booking tours. Now, from what I've heard from other countries, the tours aren't going that hot already because no one, even like a rich Chinese, doesn't want to necessarily book through a tour thing. It was just like failed on how when all these Southeast Asia countries launched a program requiring you to go through a tour group. Like nobody wants to do it. Oh, what's up, dude? You're in town? Oh, well, now you should have told me. You should have told me. Oh. I'm super busy. I'm gonna film and then I'll come back. Are you gonna be here for a while? Yeah, I'll be back. All right. So, as I was saying, China is finally going to be able to come back on March 15th. As I said, it's going to have to be through a tour group. Let me read the exact article to you. And then some statistics to help you out with that. China, set to resume group tours to Vietnam. The Chinese government has decided to add Vietnam to the list of countries to which its nationals can go on outbound tours with effect from March 15th. Nguyen Phuong Ha, Director of the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, International Cooperation Department, confirming the information, told VN Express that at a meeting Wednesday, Ban Thi Dong, the cultural counselor at the Chinese embassy in Hanoi, had assured that China wants to continue tourism cooperation with Vietnam. Dong also said bilateralism tourism cooperation has been exemplary before COVID-19, mutually benefited and contributing to ties between the two countries. China had on February 6 released an initial list of countries to which group tours were allowed post-COVID, and it did not include Vietnam. China has traditionally been Vietnam's largest tourism partner. In 2019, 6 million Chinese tourists had visited the country, accounting for nearly a third of all international arrivals. So I mean, this goes hand in hand, as we've talked about on videos like this before, why Vietnam isn't like scrambling to get a 90-day visa out for you guys. I know a lot of you dudes are living here on the 1 month and you're like, I really want my 90-day back, and it's a pain in the ass to go do the border run even though it only takes 4 hours out of your day. I get it, it sucks, but at least you can forever do the 30-day thing so far. At least you can just continuously keep redoing that. I don't know if there'll ever be a change to that, or if it's going to be this year, or what it's even going to look like. We talk about that in the video in depth on Patreon. So if you want to check out the Patreon, you can hear what I really think is going to happen with the visa scenario in Vietnam. Okay. The number of Vietnamese visiting China topped 4.5 million. Making that country in turn the top tourism destination. HSBC has forecast Vietnam can receive 3 to 4.5 million from China this year, or 50 to 80% of pre-pandemic levels. So other things you have to realize this is good for, it's good for all the flights, you know, the aviation industry. It's going to mean, you know, more jobs, more flights. It should help to lower the prices of flights as well. So these are good things for everybody all around, you know. But this is why they haven't been like keen to change the visa scenario, you know. I would say that I think it's going to greatly help, but I don't think if you're going to have to go through a tour group, it's just not going to really work. I don't know why they even like, it seems like a lot of countries were hell-bent on coming out of like their COVID with a bunch of crazy rules that aren't going to be beneficial in any kind of way. Like, I don't think we should be tracing anything or even really testing for it anymore. Everybody's vaccinated. Let's just move forward, you know. This thing was a thing, shouldn't be a thing anymore. All the governments should kind of, you know, drop it. I'll give you an example. Vietnam never talks about the thing. I can't even say it in the video because their detection thing will pick it up and it'll demonetize my video. So I literally have to say the thing. That's how insane that YouTube is getting. You just don't understand what lengths like YouTube is going through in censoring people and demonetizing content and just affecting content creators. It's absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. So it's just, you know, it's evolving. There's something going on at YouTube. Definitely not a good setup, like how it's getting run. But I think, you know, for the most part, you're going to see a lot of good happen from the China thing opening. You're going to have better aviation. You know, it's going to help aviation industry. And China and Vietnam are huge partners together on like a lot of business stuff. They might not see eye to eye on quite a bit of other things outside of trading goods and making money off of each other, like as far as like political stuff goes. I think they're a bit different on that. Although we did talk about in a Patreon video about the new Vietnam president and Xi Jinping. So if you want to hear about that, you can jump on over to Patreon for as little as 16 cents a day. What else we got? So I think, you know, if it doesn't go well, if they don't get a lot in, I think what's going to happen is probably they're going to do some visa changes here in Vietnam sooner than later, because I think, personally, in my opinion, what's going to happen is they're not going to get this rush of people coming in, and they're going to try to kind of maybe potentially scramble to get more people to stay here a little bit longer and to get more people to come here. So again, I get into great detail on the other platform I have. So I'm hopeful that there'll be more of a recovery in Vietnam this year of tourism. As far as me being out and about, you see way more tourists now. Like, it's the most amount of tourists in Saigon since it's reopened after COVID. It's just really the most amount of people out. The tour buses are full. I see multiple huge group tape book tour. It's digital now. It's like an MP3, but digital headphone tours with like a leader taking them around. All the scooter tours are back, where they drive you around on the old Vespa POSs and take you to all their different places they have partnerships with for the tour. Those are everywhere again now. The Jeep tour is back with the old war style Jeeps where they drive you around in those. So everything's kind of back full steam to where it was pre-COVID levels. So yeah, that's the video, guys. Again, very short, very to the point, very concise. So I hope you found this information helpful. Thank you for watching. Stay frosty. Like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one. Peace out.